and welcome to the Curvy Tea Uncensored, episode 3. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Maria, and Juan Garcia will be your moderator this evening. Tonight's episode is the ladies panel. It's all about dating, love, and sex. They will be answering questions that the men have submitted. I'm going to hand this over to Juan, and he will let the panel introduce themselves, and then we will jump right into the questions. Okay, Juan, so this is your cue.
Oh.
Action.
Just lost me.
Ladies, can you please go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Yep.
We'll start with Megan.
I'm Megan from South Florida, Miami. I don't know what else I've been in the BBW scene for about 10 years now, almost.
Okay, Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat. I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I've been in the community for 3 years.
And I just need to put a little disclaimer on Kat. Although she is part of Curvy Ventures staff, her views and opinions tonight with tonight's questions are solely her opinions and views. They do not reflect the views or opinions of Curvy Ventures.
Right,
and
Amanda.
I'm Amanda. I'm 42 as of yesterday.
All right.
21 twice.
Happy belated.
So I partied hard. I live in Seattle. I'm pretty new. I'm not that new to the BBW community. I met you guys like 3-4 years ago traveling, and then I went to my first bash in 2019, and I've gone to a couple since then. And then, we're gonna see you guys next year. We're gonna have a bash no matter what. Corona's gonna be gone. So
we're gonna get through this. That's right.
Yes, we are.
All right, Wanaki.
Hi, I'm Wanaki. I'm from Illinois. I live by Six Flags Great America. If any guys are familiar with the area, I am 57 years young and active. Yeah. And I try my best to believe that the spirit is most important in the person, and what you give out, it grows in others.
Yes, spirit animal. Wow. Beautiful. Andrea.
I'm Andrea. I'm from Ocala, Florida. I'm 39. I have been in the community since 2016. So yeah, I'm happy to be here. This should be fun.
Yes. Okay, Riri.
I'm Maria, but because we don't want confusion, you can call me Riri, Ria, whatever. I don't care.
Ria.
I'm from Cincinnati, but I live outside Cincinnati now. I'm 52, and I've been in the BBW community about 12, 13 years, and that's it.
Wonderful. Bianca.
Hi, Bianca. I am 53. I live in Jacksonville, Florida, by way of New York, New Jersey. I'm a Jersey girl all the way. I've been in Jacksonville about 10 years now. Been in the BBW scene 20 plus years. Started out in New York at the Goddesses, at Bigger and Better Things. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this is gonna go tonight.
Oh, Goddesses, Shawnee Shalette back in the days. Okay, Kimberly.
Yes.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Kimberly. I live in Wausau, Wisconsin, which is right in the middle of the state. I hit level 50 about a month and a half ago. A couple of people have asked me why I'm on here, because I'm married, but I am polyamorous and actively dating. So that's why I'm here.
Cheers. Okay. Is a man's dick size really that important in maintaining or establishing a relationship?
No.
Let's see.
Someone asked that.
Let me.
No.
Ready? Megan.
I don't think it is, because for me, it's all about how I relate to a person and the level of intimacy. And if we connect on that level and we have like awesome foreplay and everything else, it's not necessarily about the actual act of sex. So I don't think the size of a man's dick matters.
All right. Kat, response to that?
So, I mean, I think that you can say it doesn't matter to an extent, but if you see 2 inches, you're gonna be like, what is this? Where the rest of it at? So like, I'm not gonna lie, like it matters some, it's not everything because, you know, there's other things that go with it, but you know, he gotta have a little something for it to work out with me, so.
Let me ask one more person, Bianca.
With Kat on that, it does matter. You know, you have to be a little bit working with something in order to keep my attention. So, you know,
and we big, so
yeah, like I'm a big girl. I'm already like a plus size girl, but I'm 6'3". So like you gotta be bringing something better than 2 to 3 to the table for me.
Okay, so
I mean, I understand that you can do other things, but you gotta also keep me interested in the bedroom or I'm gonna stray.
All right, honesty is good. That's good. Brothers, you better do your push-ups out there. Get it together.
The push-ups ain't gonna help that, honey.
I know, I hear that. Okay, ready for the next question? Anybody else want to jump in the last question I asked?
I'm just saying, if you're only gonna dip your toes in the water, there ain't no point in going to the beach.
Look, I'm just going to say, until you've had an experience where it's the size of a thumb, you know, I'm all about feely, touchy emotions with sex, but there's mechanics to it. I'm just saying.
I guess I've just never had something the size of a thumb, so.
Yeah, I have.
I guess I've been lucky that way.
Yeah, I'm like,
the crazy thing is, and I'm going to say this, the guys that are working with less are the ones that are the most, they're the ones that have the attitude and act like they didn't put some work down. So the guys that are working with more already know what they know, but the guys that are working with less usually are the ones that are very boisterous about
like little man
what
syndrome?
they have, what they have thought they've done. And I would like to say that size do matter, because there are all kinds of things that can prevent a person from having sex. And when you meet a person, one of the things you do add into the equation of a relationship is intercourse. And so to say that it doesn't matter means that, okay, you wasn't planning on having it. Is a person paralyzed because now you're going to use your skin? For us in the professional world, we use different things and different methods in order to achieve that closeness and intimacy with one another. But size does matter. Yes, you have to add the foreplay in those things. Sometimes, like I had someone who were actually honest with me and saying that, okay, I have ED based on certain things. And so with that being transparent, then the informed choice is, do I accept this and do I keep on going further? But I think for most people, I can speak for many people, even on the professional level, that people go into relationships thinking that intercourse would be part of it.
Oh, yeah, it does matter, fellas. Get them pens out.
I say don't be upset when y'all are arguing and she comes out with you got a little dick anyway. If you know you got little dick, man, don't be upset when we point it out. But also don't necessarily approach with big dick energy if you know you ain't got a big, because you know.
Basically, don't put fellas, don't put the big, fellas. So
I'm the
basically,
right person to be on this panel tonight because we're going to do some real uncensored things, and I'm drinking.
Fellas, so don't put no big dick bass in your voice. You don't got it. Basically, it.
Don't come up big dick energy with me when you know you packing 4 inches. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that.
Guess what? Question number 2. All right. Why is it that when a man reaches out to you who is not based in the U.S., most ladies assume that he's after the green card or a ticket to the U.S.? Who will make you give him a chance? Let's see. Amanda?
Nothing would make me give him a chance. I'm sorry, but I'm just not dumb. Like, that's not going to happen.
Okay.
Nothing else to say. Never going to happen.
Straight to the point. All right. Let's see. Wanaki.
I'm in groups where people are from other countries, And I've met about 3 people in the group in the last 7 years. Very nice people. Ended up on friendship levels because of the communicating back and forth was really, really hard. But I think with most experiences, you think of the stealing identity and things like that that come along with that. And I've came across real experiences of people, family members who have married people outside the country, and they had identity theft issues, social security number being stolen, some of those things. But is that the means of basing that on your decision? Kind of, sort of, yes. But you just kind of take it one day at a time, and I won't rule it out in the future. But as it states now, especially during the pandemic, probably never.
So nobody's doing 90 Day Fiancés on this panel.
I've got it on the
giving that
TV
chance.
right now.
No, thank you.
Negative.
That's the closest to 90 Day Fiance I'll get is on TV.
That's the best.
If the Lord wants me to be with him, he will be here in the States.
So I'm going to jump in really quick on that question before he moves on to question number 3. Are there any ladies on the panel that have ever gotten hit up in their DMs from somebody outside of the US that is willing to give somebody a chance that's outside of the US? Any of the ladies?
Not
It's
yet.
unanimous. No. Okay.
All right, let me see if I can read it straight through. Why do women feel you are somehow committed to them if you go out on them on one date? Yeah, I think I said it right. Riri.
I think it depends
Rhea.
on the woman you're dealing with.
Can you repeat that question?
Okay, question is, why do women feel you are somehow committed to them if you go on one date with them? There we go.
I think it stems from some insecurity. Like they're like they get too emotionally attached and excited to the prospect without seeing the big picture. Like I'm
Andrea?
a player. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I want my options. I'm not taking I don't commit that quickly.
Andrea?
To me, it's the type of woman that you deal with. I think there has to be a maturity level to understand what dating is versus relationship versus just, feeling your way around the world at the moment. Like, to me, I mean, if we go on one date, it's a date and it's great and it's wonderful and that's fantastic. But chances are I'll probably have another date lined up for a few days later. And I hope that you don't get emotional about it. But if you have another date lined up a few days later and we happen to go to the same restaurant and I see you with your new date and you see me with my new date, don't come over flipping tables, because I'm not going to come over flipping tables for you. I might buy y'all a shot. It also depends on how much conversation you've had, what you've had conversations about before the date. Like, how long have you had these conversations? I mean, that's kind of not a very detailed question, which I know they shouldn't be detailed anyways because we'll be here all night. But I mean, it depends on the type of person you're dealing with and their maturity level and understanding of what dating is. Because some people say, "Oh, we had a conversation and we're dating." No,
Vines,
you're not.
that's it.
You're not 13. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not 11. That's my boyfriend. Like, we're not doing that. No.
Anyone else want to jump on this question before I go to the next one?
I
All
do.
right, Amanda, go for it, Amanda.
Just kind of the same thing as what Andrea said. Basically, a lot goes back to the type of woman you're dealing with, the maturity level, and life experiences of that person, and what they've been through, and what they expect out of dating, and so forth and so on. But some of the conversations beforehand, that people have, especially when they're talking online, is going to lead up to a lot at that first setting. A lot of people are going to have expectations in their head because of the conversations that have already taken place. So some women are going to, especially I would say younger women, I'm sorry, and more mature women, I don't mean to sound rude, but younger women, they aren't up on the, life yet. So a man might be telling them one thing and they are taking that full-hearted 100%. So when they go on that first date, they're like, if everything goes well, they're already attached to that guy just from the, previous conversations and stuff. So it's really easy for them to get emotionally, attached really quick.
And some of the levels can be different for us who are age people or more seasoned people. We may think differently. We know what not to fight over in each and every relationship as it go past. We also, I don't know, when you say immaturity level, there are different levels of what that word means to some. Some may not be as exposed to things in the world. And I think as we get older, sometimes our emotions are stronger. We would be ready to, okay, we marry you tomorrow, but we just don't do that because we are thinkers. And I think one of the issues that we have when we're dealing with people who that, like you said, Amanda and iPad, I keep looking at that name there, but you learned that, what was that conversation was in a 2-month period, in a 3-month period, in a 6-month period? If it's a first date, how long have you guys been talking? Has it been a year? Are you doing things? Are you doing the video chatting? You doing all these things? So at that point, if you have this long-term relationship with this one person and it's exclusive to what you think you know, then a first date, it wouldn't be so, on a negative level. You would think that since you all had been talking all this time, you created this relationship, you created feelings for each other, that maybe this is the level we should be going on. So I think it varies from person to person on how you're doing things, how things are before you, like you guys said, before you get to that point, and then kind of take it from there. But I think guys get in their emotions just like women get in their emotions. And sometimes you have to learn how sometimes it's just not about, the feelings of it all.
Okay.
I agree with that totally. Like, it really depends upon how long you guys have been talking, what your expectations are from when you are talking. So if you've been talking for 6 months and haven't gone on a date because they're in another state or something like that, and then you finally meet in person, it's your first date, and that's all you were doing to like get in, but they were thinking other things, but they've been telling you one thing. So it really depends. But like, if I go on a first date and it's literally just a first date, I'm like, okay, it's cool, I'm getting to know the person or whatever. But if we've been talking for a long time and I'm invested in the chats and all that stuff, and then I go on the first date, then it'll be a different thing. To me, it's not about age or maturity level or anything like that. I think it's all about the type of reaction or relationship that you've had prior to the date and all those interactions.
Cool beans. Fellas, y'all taking notes? Y'all listening up to these ladies? Okay, they nice and quiet. Love it. They on it. Question number 4. Oh yeah. If he isn't pleasing you correctly, how do you break it to him? Or don't you? Do you fake it or hurt his feelings? Kimberly, go for it, girl.
Speak up. You are only cheating yourself, ladies. He's not doing what you need him to do. You need to speak up. Just as he needs to speak up if you ain't pleasing him right. If you don't say something, you're cheating yourself out and you're wasting batteries.
Open forum. Who else want to jump on this one?
I just want to say, so I think when you mentioned the part about hurting his feelings, I'm not a mamsy-pamsy kind of chick. I'm not that. I try to have tact. And if I tell you once that this isn't working for me, then you need to make some corrections. And then we're going to get like New York on you. Like, we're going to have to tell you, sir, that's not it. That's definitely not it. So I think you have to be gentle because people, are, very sensitive about their bedroom game. And if it's not working for you, obviously he got that part, it worked for someone. So, but I think, and it also depends on where you guys are in a relationship. Or you just, if you just bedroom buddies, if you're in a real relationship with someone, then you want to be able to say, hey, baby, this ain't it, honey. It's not it.
Yes, and it's very important because, like Kim said, you don't have to hurt their feelings. But when you're talking about somebody you're in a relationship with, which means communication is key, and it's no holds barred. Anything is on the floor. Anything is out there because, like I've listened to the man's video on YouTube, it's about me and us being a better us. And so don't hold back. Let someone know, baby, hey, let's try it this way. Baby, can you move on to the left? Baby, can you just not, baby, don't pound like that. You got to communicate with them because you want your sex life to be the most awesome in the world too. And it's about teaching, learning what clicks, what don't click, because you got to always figure out what works for the one person, what's pleasing to the other. So like Kimberly said, don't hold back. Communicate this, because once that's done, you work on, and then you always got to do this to your baby when you know he ain't right. Baby, I got something to tell you. Can you do this a little bit,
Can we
baby?
try this?
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
You know what though? I'm gonna speak up for those with a hit and quit it mentality too, because you need to speak up in those situations as well. Because if you're just gonna hit it and quit it, you only have a short amount of time to get what you want. You better open your mouth. Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Speak up. I mean.
Anyone else want to jump on this?
Hi,
I do.
I'd like to hear from Kat.
Did you say Kat?
Yes.
I would tell him, you know, if it's somebody that I'm trying to build with, I'm gonna tell him. If it's somebody like Kimberly said that I'm gonna hit it and quit it, I'm just gonna go ahead and head out like afterwards if it was whack. Because why bother if you're not building a future with that person? But if I'm gonna be in a relationship with them and it's early on and I'm trying, then yeah, I'm going to tell him. I don't know about not hurting his feelings. I'm probably gonna tell you straight because I don't, you know, but you got to take it as it is. It is what it is at the end of the day.
Cool beans.
I want to say something.
Okay, sure.
I agree with everybody, but with Kim a lot about you need to let them know, even if it is just a hit or to quit it, you know, situation. But I personally, I start that conversation before we even get in bed. I start that conversation like I feel like even if I'm just in a hit it or quit it situation or relationship, whatever situation I'm in, I like to communicate and I'm very straightforward. So we've already pre-communicated about things that I like, don't like, you know, what he likes, what he doesn't like, and certain things. And I could already tell before we're even at that point if somebody is going to be, you know, willing, if they're a giver, if they're generous or not, because it comes down to it, if they're generous or not, you know.
I think men want to hear it, like most men, because they're pleasers. If you're with a man, and I'm not talking about a boy, but a man who really cares about his performance, and he's going to want to know what pleases you. That's why we get all these phone calls and DMs. Hey, baby, what's going on? What you want? What you want? That's exactly why. Tell them what you want.
Yes. I
You
love
can
it
have
when women.
an adult conversation
Yes.
and move on.
I love it when y'all women put the men voice on. That's how we sound. Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
That's us guys. We be like, ladies, my girl be like, nah. All right, we got this. All right, next question. We're going to try to keep it to like 3-person minimal at the best. So, we're number 5?
Yes.
Oh. Inquiring minds like to know, in an argument with your man, why say fine when you don't mean it? Let's go with Megan.
Most of the time, I say fine in an argument if I don't mean it, because I'm trying to, just speaking for me, I'm going to elevate to a point where I don't want to get with my anger. So I want to diffuse the situation at that point and come back later and discuss it.
Yeah, don't just accept the fine. Let us have our moment, because we were okay, I'm gonna say it. We were probably wrong. We were probably wrong. And I know a lot of women don't want to admit that they're wrong. I'll admit when I'm wrong. But if I walk away from you, do not follow me. It is a bad idea. It's bad. Yeah, I think as women, we're taught to pack it down, pack it down, pack it down, pack it down. And especially as women that tend to be I don't want to say like, wrong thing, hold on, like,
say it,
like more
say
alpha.
It.
You know what I'm saying? Like women that are more alpha are expected to pack down those feelings. So if I'm telling you fine, it's because the volcano is about to erupt, and it's just going to spew everywhere, and it's going to be, because I'm an observatory type of person. I'm very social. but I observe you from your head to your feet, your actions, everything you say. I'm an observatory type of person. I've been a bartender for 20 years. It's part of the job. It's what I've done for a living. So you observe someone and you intake it, and and I just go. And this hamster is constantly running all the time. And I don't have to curse you to make you cry, And it's like, that sounds bad. And it's not who I am now as a person. It's who I used to be. I've learned how to fight, if that makes sense. Like, I've
Well,
learned
I'm
how
Italian,
to argue
so
fair.
I'm Italian. We speak. We've never been told to calm down, which is different from me dating people who don't understand. And Maria can attest this, who have not been in an Italian or a culture. So I'm used to verbalizing, and I've had to calm that down a little bit because it can be off-putting. Plus, I'm of the age, I don't want to hurt anybody. I would rather walk away than hurt somebody. And I know if that situation, if that argument, if that interaction is going to be negative, I need to take a step back, because last thing I want to do is hurt somebody.
Which is
Right.
exactly
Basically,
at
so
that
fellas,
I
point
learned how
why
to argue
I
fair.
say
hold on,
fine.
ladies. No questions. So basically,
Which at that
fellas,
point,
let them.
Riri, is why I say fine and I walk away.
Yeah, you learn how to argue fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
So fellas, let them breathe and come back to the win. It's fine for them.
When it's real fine.
Yeah, I mean,
Real
I just
fine.
think there's a better way of saying fine, because that's off-putting to men, and there's like a better way to communicate, because you'll see any kind of meme out there when women say fine, never mind, or whatever. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just me. That's just my opinion. But
Number 6. Do women just go out on dates for free food?
We can buy our own damn dinner. Let's be real. Come on. No. Because chances are you're not going to take me as nice of a place as I would take myself. No.
Don't kill the messenger. I'm reading the question.
That's a great question.
Okay. Kat,
So, okay.
let me just go on dates for free food. What's your thoughts?
Girls go on dates for free food. Girls, not women.
Okay. Anyone else?
I just want to say, the initial date, I feel like, it's nice for someone to take you out, but make sure you have your own money, because I'm going to have my own money. If I want to order the most expensive thing on the menu, I have money in my pocket for that. So it's not about that. I might take you out to dinner, because for me, I'm a reciprocator. So if you do something nice for me, then I'm going to do something equally as nice for you, because you will never walk out of this situation and be like, oh, I did this, and this for her, and she ain't answering my calls. I'm that chick. I might take you out to dinner. I might treat you to dinner. So it's not about a free meal. Definitely not.
I don't shower, get off my couch, leave my house, be in the cold for a meal. I can cook myself. I can pay for my own meal. And if that's your attitude, I want to keep it pushing. Because if you can't treat me the way, if you ask me out, you're asking me out. I can cook at home. Like, why is it an issue? And if it's going to be an issue, you're not for me. Keep it pushing.
Well, basically, no. Number 7. Why is that so women feel it's okay to bring nothing but their bodies to a relationship, but want a man to be a complete package? Let's see, Wanaki?
Hey, Juan, can you repeat the question for me,
Yes.
the first part?
Why is that some women feel that it's okay to bring nothing but their body to a relationship, but want a man to be a complete package?
Well, I had the privilege, or the unexpected privilege, of viewing a video about a lady who had owned a pet business or something like that, who makes 6 figures. And she said that she was looking for someone who has 6 figures. And so the guy who was curating the whole thing and stuff, he was looking at her like,
Saw that.
do you really want to be with somebody? Do you think it's going to be your choice? Or could you look out for that average guy? I think under the circumstances that so many people give themselves so freely, And it messes up to those who are not trying to give the body, that someone who gets the body all the time is a custom or is common to them. Some women don't give the body. They want everything else. I'm not looking for the complete package, but I want a package that we can build and become powerful in.
I feel, Juan, first of all, I feel the jabs on all the panelists saying that the girls do this, the girls do that. Yeah, whatever. But I will say that when it comes to the body, men, that's the first thing you looked at when you saw me. You like my face, you like my ass. Like, that's just how it is. That's the first thing you noticed about me. So don't come out and say that that's all we're doing, that's all we are. You need to get past that image, because those insecurities are on you. You looked at me and you liked me for my body. You know what I mean? Like, that was the first thing you noticed. And then after that comes the personality, it comes, you know, whatever may happen from them. But I don't think we're necessarily looking for somebody who has the whole package together. And I don't think that we just offer our bodies to the table. We bring way more than our bodies, but in reality, our body is the first thing that you saw. So I don't understand the question, because that is the first thing that you see. But as far as looking for a perfect man, I don't think there's such a thing.
So,
But I think the
Men
question
are-
was pertaining to,
yes.
you have women that are purely visual. And for instance, I work with someone like that, where she's beautiful, she's got a sweet personality. Up here is empty and clueless and materialistic. I think that that is what the question was pertaining to. Is like, you offer the body, but you don't want to build with him. You don't want to, you know, support his dreams. You don't want to do all the things that it takes to be a partner to someone and him be a partner to you. I think that that's what the question was asking, was that why do women think that physical body is enough to get them where they want to go, when they expect a man to be 6'2", beards, tattoos, muscles, and he's got to have 0 kids and never been married, and he's got to make $250,000 a year, and he has to own his own house and be, you know, and be college educated and own a business. When she's coming to the table with a body and maybe some good jokes and like 2 or 3 kids, and that's all she's coming to the table with. Like, it's not equal. You know, I've always said I'm not exactly where I want to be in my life, but I want somebody that's at the same playing field as me so that we can do this. I don't want him to have to reach down and pick me up, and I don't want to have to reach down and pick him up. I want an equal partner. So that means, to me, I don't have to necessarily date the most attractive man in the room. I don't have to date the most successful man in the room. But I don't think it's wrong for a man to want someone that's equal to him.
No, I say it. I want somebody to complement my life.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. I want the package that complements my life, that we can grow and we can build bigger on our packages together. I don't like, but initially, that's what I was saying. Men do look at the body, and women have an idea of what they want, but not all women are like that.
And for me, I always think, can I stand to look at him?
Right.
He may not be the most beautiful to anybody else, handsome, whatever, but do I enjoy looking at him? Fat, tall, thin, short, you know, can't grow a beard, whatever it is. Can I stand to look at him?
It's good for your eyes, it's good for your soul. Hey.
Can I put something out there real quick? Because I'm going to ask this in the clap back.
Let me
I'll give the
hand
guys
this
kind
over
of a heads
to
up.
Maria.
What's that?
Hold me down, Maria.
Okay.
No, just something to think about a little bit ahead of time. How many guys walk into a bash and look at a woman walking past the pool and say, wonder what she does for a living?
No one.
Yeah, no. Some people think that.
I'm just saying that's something that we're going to talk about in the clap back.
Yeah, clap back.
I don't think that about a guy.
Some men might think that because they want other
Levi's.
hidden agendas, you know. But let me get that.
I don't think that at all when someone walks.
Okay. So I'm going to go on with the rest of the questions here. The next question is, what's the female version of a fuckboy? So I'm gonna go with Kat. Let's start with you.
What's the female version of a fuckboy?
Right. Describe it. The female version. What are her characteristics like?
She's a hot girl, basically. Like, she want to be with every guy. She doesn't text you back. She has a good morning handsome group chat. She wants you to pay for everything. She's never like willing to, budge or go 50-50. That's pretty much what that would be to me.
Okay. Andrea, what about for you?
I have to agree. I mean, to me, like that's a pretty accurate description. So yeah, I would have to agree with that. Absolutely.
Okay. Bianca?
I think I would have to say piggyback off of everybody, but those chicks that go out there and is in it just to see what she can get out of it, and is not genuine about her intentions. The chick that puts her Amazon wish list out there for you.
Oh my God.
And her Cash App.
And her Cash App, like that. I mean, those should be signs for fellas to be like, yeah, this is not what I'm looking for. I understand that there are certain women who feel like they need to be kept. I can't be a kept woman, because with that comes other things, like you having to conform yourself when you are being kept. So just all of those things, not being able to pay your own way somewhere, knowing that when you go into this event that you're on the prowl to see how many dudes you could get to buy you something, do something for you. And if they're not doing anything for you, then I'm not calling you back, that kind of thing. So.
Right. Okay. Next question. So the question is, if you go to meet a guy with your friend that your friend is really interested in, but they're not dating, and you notice that he's flirting with you and you are equally attracted to him, it's like instant chemistry, what is your next move? Megan, let's go with you first.
I personally, I have like that girl code. Like if I know my friends, any of my friends in my inner circle, whatever, any of my close friends, if they're crushing on a guy, that guy to me is off limits. I won't even bother. Like there may be chemistry or we're talking whatever and it sucks, but be like, nope, my friend is interested in you. I'm sorry. And I won't take it further.
Okay. Andrea?
I would have. I believe in a soulmate situation, and I do believe in chemistry. I also believe that there's a way to go about things with your friends. And to me, like if I know that she's crushing on him, but he tends to flirt with me, that's not something I would be comfortable with. But at the same time, y'all ain't dating. Sorry. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And I mean, I know that sounds shitty and it's not girl code or whatever, but girl code keeps a lot of us bitches single. And, sorry. I mean,
I hate to say this, but thank you so much for saying that.
And to me, I mean, listen, I've had a crush on a guy and he's like my friend more, and bravo to her, and that's wonderful. Happiness abounds. But I'm a different type of person. I'm a more mature type of person when it comes to that. So to me, like I said, our friends' crushes have kept us single.
I think
Now,
it depends
if
on
they
the
dated,
friendship as well, because I've
if
had
they dated,
I've
that's
had a
different.
date. Sorry, because
Like
I've
if
had
they dated like more than once, that's
I've been on a
you know what I'm
date.
saying? Mm-hmm.
I had a real life experience with this. I was on a date, and the guy was more interested in my friend than me, and he did something dirty during it. He was rude. So instead of either one, the friend code, or two, talking to me beforehand, she started seeing this guy, knowing how rude he was to me at this date because he was interested in her.
That's
So,
not cool.
so
That
to me,
speaks about him as a person.
right. So to me, if I'm on a date with somebody, or if I am dating somebody and my friend is extremely interested, I would just be like, it would depend on how I feel about the guy, too. I don't know. I think it's situational. Like I don't cross those boundaries because there's a billion people in the world. Like my friends are more important to me than man, because there'll be another one coming along. Like I don't jeopardize my life for a man unless we're serious. If it's a couple dates,
I mean, I think it is the friendship too. You know,
yeah,
you have to understand. I have a friend of mine that I've been friends with for years, and we have that open communication, and it's a beautiful thing.
Right.
And it's one of the ways that we met. You know, and it's something that we value in each other. Now, I've met other women that you glance at a guy and she thinks that he's cute, and then it's a done data, and it's like,
right.
Okay, first of all, he's not chattel. You can't brand him. Just seriously, like I said, crushes have kept us single.
And I agree to that strongly. And it goes back to timing. Is this a question that you know that your friend personally had maybe for a while? You know, that's a big difference. Girl code means you don't cross it. Tell him, sir, I'm sorry. My friend likes you. I can't start this. But if it's somebody you just walked into a place and you're both liking them and he made a choice, then that kind of cuts that. Like you don't have that to worry about, because like you say, Andrea, that kept people single because you just back off. Sometimes we back off because there's plenty of fish in the sea. We don't have to be worried about this one. But if you know someone had maybe been spending a long time and she said, oh, I like the barber at the barber shop and I've been crushing on him for a year now. No, I wouldn't cross that line.
Right.
Well,
Came at me like, no, I couldn't cross that line.
Does he know that she's crushing on him? Like, and there's a statute of limitations on things. If I had sex with a dude 10 years ago because we went on a date and I wanted to fuck on the first night, and my friend found him 10 years later on a dating website and they want to get serious, have that. The dick was good. I hope we got better for you. Like, but again, that's me. There's a statute of limitations on stuff. You can't claim dick for your whole life.
Okay, guys, we have a lot of questions to get through. So next question, what is the real reason behind women liking the bad boy? Let's go with Amanda.
I don't really know what a bad boy means. I like all guys.
Okay.
What is a bad boy? What's the definition? Like someone that gets in trouble a lot, or
we all know, like there's men that have that bad boy image, and there's some that are just really bad boys, but there's women that are attracted to that bad boy look, that bad boy image for some reason. I don't know if it's
I don't know. I guess that's me. I love it. I don't know. Honestly, I can't answer. I just like it.
Okay. So
I don't even know why.
Boys. Okay. Is it that they're mysterious, or
they're fun?
They're fun. Okay. So that's it. That's the reason. They're fun. Okay.
Fun.
Kat, what about you?
Is bad boy like a hood boy? I don't understand the question.
Bad boy / hood. Yeah, I guess you can say that.
So, I mean, I don't have a type really, but I can see how being with one of them is like living life on the edge. Like you start going one direction and then you just end up somewhere else completely. So it's kind of like you live on the edge with them. So if you like that constant change of pace, I don't love them, but I would say that they're a good time. Like they're not going to be long term, but I think it's the adrenaline that they give you. Like no 2 days are the same. Like you do something on Monday, then Tuesday, they're like, let's go do this, let's go do that. That's the image that they have.
Okay. Next question. Why do women who bash men constantly turn around and are surprised when the men shun them? Bianca.
Oh. So when we say bash men, I don't know what that means.
So this wording came from men. So I guess they feel that men are always being bashed, and then the women always act surprised when the men shun them?
Well, for me, so I can only speak for who I am. You know, if I have something to say, I'm going to say it. And if someone takes it as a bashing, then yeah, I would understand why you would want to shun me. If the shoe fits, you know, a hit dog. My mother always said a hit dog gonna holler, and that means that if you're the fuck boy I'm talking about, then that's why you're mad, because I'm shunning you. So, you know, it's just I just want to say that, like, I don't know. I don't take it personally if someone shuns me. I'm not for everyone. I'm a New York girl living in northern Florida, in Duval County, and you know, I say what I say, and if you don't like it, then it means absolutely nothing to me, because you're the guy that I was talking about. If saying something negative is bashing, you know, then it is what it is.
Okay, Wanaki, do you have anything to comment on that?
And I think what the problem is that it's so much generalizations. I think when people see women bashing, and I see this all the time, even people in my office, it's about how people feel. It's about an experience. Some things I should not be taken personally, but it does. And I think some women do bash often than others. But for some of us who don't bash like that, there's not a reason that we're still single. You know?
Right. Okay.
But it will make people stay, you know, make people unapproachable. But take it out on those people. Don't take it out on the people who should be approachable. Okay.
Right.
But women do bash, just like men put women down. I see them I'm in part of 100 groups. So I see it in all forms and fashions, in the adult level, on the other levels. So people do, but they let an experience dictate what they post.
Exactly. Okay. Next question. What is a relationship deal breaker for you, Kimberly?
If they're married and not polyamorous, if they have a solid relationship, an obvious solid relationship, and they're just looking to get a little side something because they think, you know, no one's going to say anything, or they're an easy catch at the bash, or at a, you know, just online, whatever, in the group. But if there's any sort of infidelity whatsoever, goodbye.
Okay.
And I know that probably sounds strange coming from someone who's married, but there is ethical non-monogamy.
Okay. Maria, what's a relationship deal breaker for you?
Lying. Just not giving me any time, and I'm not talking 7 days a week, 24 hours, just the effort part of it. Just kind of I think respect. I think a lot of things stem from respect. So if you're dishonest, if you can't make the time, if you don't put in the effort, if you're fiscally irresponsible, to me, like, I'm all about, I can do bad all by myself. So if you don't have it together, it's bad. Okay. Oh, and dirty fingernails. That's dirty fingernails, because I've run into a few men who don't trim their nails, or they're dirty, and I'm like, ooh.
I don't know if men realize that. I think a lot of us women look at their fingernails first. And I don't know if men realize that, but we really do look at your fingernails first.
Yeah.
Okay. And Megan, what is a relationship deal breaker for you?
Definitely lying, because I can, like, when you can't keep your story straight, I just can't. I can't. And also, you're not always going to come and ask me to, oh, let's just hang out at your house. It's not about spending money and buying me a meal, whatever. Take me to a park. Take me to the beach, walk on the boardwalk, something. But when you're constantly saying, oh, let's just chill, let's just hang out at my house, or let's just hang out at your house, no.
Yeah.
Because that means I get the feeling you just don't want to be seen with me, yet you want to be all up on me. No,
Exactly.
that's not going to happen.
I agree. Next question. Some women say they suck at flirting. So ladies, how do you show a guy that you're interested? And Andrea.
I mean, I'm a flirt naturally. So, I mean,
So
it's
what is
kind of
usually
hard
like your
because
go-to? Like if you're around a guy that you like, what is like your go-to that you tend to always do? Like since you're flirting.
I'm pretty direct. So the last guy that I dated, I met him at a bash, and he came out of his room, and me and my friend were going to breakfast. And he came out of his room, and I turned around and I looked and I said, "Hey, come to breakfast with us." And he was like, "What?" I said, "Go brush your teeth, put on some clothes, and come to breakfast with us." I didn't know his name. Like I'm that type of person. Like I'm going to direct you to do what you need to be doing to spend time with me so that I can feel out whether or not I like you as a person. Because just like men are visual, women are visual too. So, I mean, to me, like if I'm looking at you and I don't like what I see, I'm going to, nice to meet you, hey. But like that's just me as a person, and that's not the first time I've done that either. So it's like yeah, hey, come here, come have a drink with us.
So basically,
get over here.
if Andrea invites you to breakfast in June at Fort Lauderdale Bash, she's crushing on you. Okay, keep that noted.
Right?
Let's see, Amanda.
I don't know. I suck at flirting. I'm gonna get some tips from Andrea and maybe get me somebody at the bash.
I got great pickup lines, girl. Great, like great ones.
Kimberly.
Beat him.
Beat him.
You cook for that man.
Oh,
you
feed him. I said beat him. I'm like, Jesus.
Oh,
I was like, we beat
him. Run. Just run now.
Feed him.
I thought I was the only one that heard beat him. I was like,
yeah.
No. Yeah, coming from me.
I heard it.
No, feed him. Cook for him. Pay attention to what he likes. Listen, just.
Is that flirting though? I mean, like if you're at in line at Popeye,
you have to
buy
talk
the
to
meal.
Yes, if you're gonna meet somebody, you can watch and you can kind of just pay attention to things like that. And you can, like at Bash, I'm bringing treats for one specific person. I'm gonna feed him because I want to get his attention. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
Can I get treats too?
Yes, Maria, I will bring
Yeah,
that
bring me some too.
For the panel, for the whole panel.
Well, yeah, like if you're at the bank in line, do you go, "Can I make a withdrawal?" Like, is that?
No, I have a feeling this person ain't gonna share.
Well, I'm not talking. I'm just talking about flirting. I don't.
So Maria, what do you do to flirt with a man?
I just kind of strike up a conversation and just smile and flip my hair a lot, kind of like, doing?
Yeah, I'm like a twirl.
Sunny out.
Yeah, I know. I think with that too.
Hi. I just start a conversation and just try to be overly friendly, and then
okay. So this is a good question.
How do you guys use the girls?
Yeah, you gotta adjust yourself.
Sit up a little straighter.
Hey, how you doing?
Use what God gave for me.
Okay, so next question. If your man tells you that he loves you first, but you're not quite there yet, what do you say back? Wanaki.
I said, "Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I've been waiting to hear that." That's all I got.
Kat, what about you?
I would be like, I would probably try to change this conversation and then bring it up later on, because right then and there might not be the right moment, because clearly he's in a moment and I'm not there. So I might just let it rock and then come back to it later on and just tell him, what it is. Like, hey, I don't, I know I heard you earlier. You told me you love me. I may not feel the same at this point. I have love for you, but it's different. I have love for you. I love you. So I may just bring it up at a later time because he might be in a moment and I'm not there.
So would any of you women break up with a guy if he told you I love you and you're not quite at that same level yet?
No.
No.
Okay. Is a man's career choice important? Bianca.
I don't necessarily think it's important. You know, you could date a white collar guy, blue collar guy, doesn't really matter to me. It's just that he has a great work ethic, and that he takes his job seriously. Like, I mean, I could date a CEO to a sanitation man, as long as, you know, he's treating me with respect and treating me right.
It's okay. Maria, what about for you? Is a man's career choice important?
No, as long and I go back to being if he's fiscally responsible, if he can take care of his business and his life financially, I don't care what he does.
Okay.
I mean, if and that's just generally, if and he's not lazy, you know. I think in our society, men are kind of driven to take care of. So whether take care of his family, take care of himself, take care of his property, whatever. And if he doesn't have that, then we have issues.
Okay. Kimberly, what about you?
I'm married to a forklift driver, and I've been with him for over 20 years.
Okay.
Wait, I take that back. I'll take mine back just a little bit. He can't be selling his CD, his rap tapes out of his trunk of his car. Trying to be a 45-year-old rapper talking about baby, you're about to blow up.
His resume can't say riding dirty.
Right.
No drug
He's an
dealers.
entrepreneur. What are you entrepreneuring? Yeah.
Okay.
I ran into the street pharmacist. I love those ones.
Yeah,
I'm like,
an entrepreneur.
Dope boy fresh, and I am not a ride or die. I'm gonna need to know. We ain't riding and we ain't dying. I need to know where we're going.
Right.
I have things to do.
Okay, so the next question. Now I know that you know, we are plus size community, and as plus size women, not all of us like big men. Some of us like smaller men. But for the plus size women that do like big men, this question is for you. So you truly love big men. Name features that you find attractive that aren't the norm. So any of my ladies on my panel like big men? Okay, Amanda, let's start with you.
My ex-husband was 450 pounds. I love the shit out of him.
Okay, is there any features? Okay.
What?
Okay,
he had a
go
big
ahead, sorry.
belly. I felt safe. I felt really safe with him. I felt comfortable with him. I like big guys. I really do. And my whole life since I was little, everybody calls me a chubby chaser, and I do not care. I love it. I can't do skinny guys. Sorry.
Okay, so for those guys listening right now that say, oh, these girls don't like big men, Amanda right here, she loves her some big men. Okay. Kimberly, tell us some features that you find attractive about big men.
Well, I'm a big girl. I mean, I'm over 3. You know what I mean? So if he can't manhandle me, if I can beat him up, it's not going to happen.
Right.
You know, I mean, if we're wrestling around, I mean, I get it. You know, girls don't want to be like, you know,
please
attacked. But if you can toss him, that's a problem.
Right.
You know, but he needs to also be strong enough to be able to move me around. So that he's got to have the strong back, he's got to have the good arms, you know, strong hands, and if he's got a belly, bring it. Come here.
Yes. Okay, Bianca, I see you raising your hand over there.
So I'm 6'3". I'm a plus size girl. There's nothing that a slim guy would be able to do for me. You know, he has to be strong. And like Kimberly said, you know, you got to be able to touch me. And I know I'm being touched. Yes. You gotta put your hands and you gotta put your paws on me.
She will let you know if you're too rough.
Right. And one thing that I do also have to mention is my years in New York, I was a certified bouncer bodyguard at different nightclubs throughout New York. I'm a rough kind of girl, you know. I can put on my Timbs and go out and shovel the snow with you, and we can cuddle, and I can be soft and all of that. But, you know, I want someone who is going to make me feel safe. I don't want to be out with you and you can't protect me.
Right.
So with that being said, the bigger guys seem to, and then every woman, and I don't care who you are, I'm 6'3" and it's really hard for me to find, but every woman wants to feel safe. And if you wrap your arms around me and you can't get past my waist, my front area, and you can't even wrap your arms around me, I don't feel safe with you. And I'm sorry, like, I'm gonna tell you, hold my bag while I handle this situation right here. So
okay, are there any other women on the panel that love big men?
I do.
Okay.
And I have to say this because so many of the big guys in our community always said that they don't approach me because they didn't feel that I like them or love them. That is, to me, the worst thing that a man in our community can say to some of us. I love big men, and I'm a booty person. I'm keeping it real. You stand in front of me naked, my face is on your ass on the cheek. Because I love, men are soft too. It's that feeling of, oh my God. You know, it's that, even when you put your face on that part that they soft and on their chest and stuff like that, it just does something to you. And it's not, and then I have to take it a step further. I'm a person in my lifetime, I'm not just riding down, I want to ride you. So the bigger you are, I can be me. I don't have to hold back. I can do all the things I want to do because you got me, you hold me. And sometimes you can't get that from a smaller guy. But I'm loving the ass of a big man, that chest, that stomach, especially because I'm booty sensitive too. So if you back up on me and your stomach is on my ass, oh, it's on and popping. Because that's what I got that kind of love for them. But they just don't think I do.
I mean, I'm an equal opportunity person. So I'm an equal opportunity person, but I will say you got to be too something to do something most of the time. Because I'm not gonna say that smaller men have never made me feel safe. The only man that's ever picked my big sexy ass up was 5'4" and 130 pounds, and he picked me up for about 15 minutes. I'm like, holy Lord and sweet baby Jesus. I'm like, okay, okay, I'll come wherever you want me to. I don't care. Let's go. Like, but to me, like, I feel like what this young lady before me was saying is that it's about a comfort level. So, like, if you're a big dude and I'm a big female and I get on top of you, I'm not going to squish you. You're not going to disappear. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be able to take this roller coaster ride for 30 minutes and it's going to be a good time. But at the same time, like, to me, there's a limit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, to me, there's a limit. Like, if we can't have sex for very long because of size and things like that, we're going to have a conversation.
Okay, Megan, do you like big men or smaller men?
I'm just like Andrea. I'm like equal opportunity because I get to know the person. So I've dated smaller and I've dated bigger, but I like a man who can, like, when they wrap their arms around me, I feel safe. I feel protected. And that could be with a smaller man. Like if they're tall and 175 pounds, but they have those arms that can just wrap all the way around me and I just feel safe and like comfortable there, then I'm good. If it's a bigger guy that gives a great big bear hug and then you can just like nestle up in their chest and everything, that's awesome too.
Okay. Yeah. So this is just a one-word answer, okay? Who sits in front of your man's car, you or his mom?
Mom.
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 100% mom.
Okay.
Mom.
His mom.
Okay. Next question. Why post thirst trap pictures or very revealing pictures of yourself and then get upset when everybody comments about particular features that you're
Attention whore.
showing? So you're saying attention whores post pictures like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anytime I post a picture like that, it ain't a thirst trap. It's because I think I'm sexy.
Do you get upset if someone comments on your boobs?
Absolutely. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine because I'm not a cup of tea. I'm a shot of whiskey, and whiskey ain't for everybody.
But if you do
And
it,
that's okay. People can have their opinion.
yeah, but if you do it, you have to be able to accept the consequences, whether it's a good opinion or bad opinion. That's what the issue is.
Yeah,
Is
I mean, to
when a woman posts something and then she's like, "Oh my God, why are people mean to me?" Well, you know what you're
I
going to
mean,
do.
to me, I don't offend easily at all.
Right.
So to me, I mean, you're like I said, anyone's more than welcome to like or not like anything that I post. I don't post very often. But if I post a thirst trap picture, it's not because I'm trying to thirst trap anybody. It's because I'm like, oh, the girls are performing very well today, and I like this dress on myself, or my booty's popping today. So like, that's why I post the picture because I'm like, you know what, this is me feeling myself, and y'all are more than welcome to feel me if you like.
Right.
So that's
And for
I
me,
just say
I
this.
don't get angry because I'm, like I said, I'm part of so many adult groups on Facebook as well as adult groups. So people have always seen me in thongs. People have always seen me in my bling. People have always seen me. As I get older, I don't post as much. But if there are days where, post your sexy you or something sexy you have on or lingerie, I'm gonna post. I
And
never get mad at the comments.
Right.
You don't get offended if someone comments about
No,
your ass or your
no.
boobs. Okay.
No.
So what
How
I
about
get
you?
offended with is when you do post those sexy pictures, then you have somebody in your inbox sending you dick pics. That now, men, please, if I post a sexy picture, that does not mean to get in my inbox and send me a dick pic unwarranted. Like, just boom.
Well, they don't send me dick pictures like that. I don't know why. And like I said, people see me. I'm also Rada Takisi. So for those who know what that means, I don't have to explain it. So people see me all the time. And Bianca, they do not send me dick pictures because they know I might post it on Facebook somewhere. But it's just funny because what the hate that we get in all of the size acceptance group is, first of all, if we show cleavage, that's a problem to some of the people who would never show it. I hate having people who may not have the same esteem level be so negative with those of us who love the skin that we're in. And I think we deal with some of those comments more than anything else on, why she have cleavage. I think, Kimberly, it was a post about this one time. And we was like, first of all, we're not the first ones who give it up anyway.
I don't think the question is exactly that. It is, and we all know, and especially if you've been in the BBW community for a long time, it is when you post something like that, that's fine, and people can have different opinions. But when you post and then somebody makes a negative comment, or somebody is overly complimentary, then that person gets upset. It's like, but you post it.
No, if you post something like that, first of all, like my man, he has to be very secure with me because I will post when I post less of that sexy thirst traps when I'm with somebody, obviously out of respect, because I have that in my head that I'm respecting the person. But if you're posting something like that, you need to be ready for the backlash. I've gotten backlash from family members about posting something in lingerie or whatever, which to me, it's more of like a body positive. Like if a big bitch sees me, then they're like, okay, I could wear it too. I don't look at it as a thirst trap per se. But if you do post it, you need to be ready for the backlash because there are going to be haters. And I believe if you don't have no haters, you're not popping. So it is what it is.
That's right. Okay. Next question. What goes through a woman's mind when she's invited to a guy's house? Kat, let's start with you.
The first thing I'm thinking is like, oh, okay, we about to fuck. I don't like, that's for real. Like, I mean, we grown, like, I'm sorry, but if I'm going to your house and I already know what's up, then I'm signing up for it. Now, if I, it depends really. Like, I'm not gonna say that's always what I think. Like, if I know the guy and I know he's about to make dinner and this and that, but 9 times out of 10, and I'm sure some will disagree or agree, I don't matter. 9 times out of 10, if you're going to his house, you about to get some. Like,
Okay. Megan, what goes through your mind when invited to a guy's house?
It depends upon actually how long I've known that person. Like if I have never met this person and they're inviting me to their house, I'm going to be like, okay, are you going to chop me up when I'm there? Like, because I don't know you like that. Like, why are you inviting me to your house and I don't even know you? But like, it depends upon it. It's always a different thing. Like if it's somebody that I know that him and I are just friends, I'm going to go there and just chill, watch movies, whatever. It really just depends upon the situation and the person.
And how long you know the person, because
And how
I
long,
automatically
exactly.
think sometimes it's a camera somewhere. If he's not cooking no dinner, I'm thinking, where's the camera? And I go, camera.
Okay, so can any of the women on the panel answer this next question? Because we hear this brought up by men all the time in our community. I think this is their biggest gripe, and I really need some honesty for this answer. Why do women say they love big, handsome men, but end up with a skinny or muscular man?
I'm attracted to who I'm attracted to. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I'm 5'1", so short, tall, big, small, I'm good. And whoever I'm attracted to, and I know everybody isn't like that, but I don't know. I know some
This might be
sexy
a really
big
good
men.
question for our clapback series, just because I hear this all the time from men. They post about it, they tell us about it, that, you know, some of them feel underappreciated in the plus size groups. Some of them feel like they don't get a lot of love, and that they say they love big men, but then they see the women ending up with smaller or muscular men.
But
Well, but
what kind of women are they going after themselves? Are they expecting the women who are attracted to the, you know, maybe they, you know, the whole pretty goes with pretty kind of thing. You know what I mean? If they're going for somebody, and I'm not being mean when I say this, if they're going for somebody that's out of their league,
there's no such thing.
Was that? Well, yeah, I guess that's true. That's true. But I mean, if they're
There's
going for somebody
nobody that's
who,
out of my league.
oh, I love you, Kat.
And for me,
Like,
I always
at
had the
all.
problem with all the years I've been in the size acceptance group. I've heard this from big guys, because, you know, when you put them in the friend zone, because they wouldn't be anything else to you. I've heard guys say this consistently. I couldn't approach you. I didn't think you was going to like me. I couldn't come at you that way, or
That's
something
not
like
our
that.
fault.
For me, that was always a negative. You didn't give me a chance to show you that I want you. So if you don't approach me, you'll never know. So when they generalize that kind of stuff, it's only based on a few people they go out with. I mean, of course, there's creep in all groups. So if you're a size guy and you're talking to 10 of us, and we know that, you may not get a chance anyway. But I have a problem with bigger guys approaching me, thinking that I will not accept them. And that just really makes me feel bad often.
So, I mean, in that sense, I think it's really, you know, I know that these groups we focus on women more, but really, I mean, I know in Curvy Ventures, we really try to show our big men a lot of love. And I think that we tend to forget that some of these big guys too have insecurity issues. And I think if they just kind of had a little bit more confidence in themselves, you know, they would stop missing opportunities, you know, because there's a lot of women that do love a big guy. And if they just took that shot or took that chance without second guessing themselves, you'd probably be surprised at how many women would actually, you know, reciprocate the love back. So I think maybe this is a new year where the guys should really just kind of take a step and, you know, just go for it and see what happens.
But they should also take presentation responsibility. So when we go to bashes as women, we get our nails done, we get our hair done, we get waxed, we do this, we do that. And I've seen guys come to bash, toes looking gangly AF, hair not chopped up. Like, hold up. I just spent $300.
Yes.
Look this way for new swimsuits and do whatever I need to do, plus the makeup, because ladies, let's be honest, makeup is very expensive. Okay. Yes. We wear the makeup, we wear the dresses, we wear the heels, and you're stepping to me in a flash shirt and some raggedy jeans. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Exactly.
It is all about
Now,
presentation because let me tell you something. When I step out with you, I'm going to impress your mama, your boys, the guy that's walking next to us on the street, and I expect you to do the same. My mother and my father taught me you are a representation of who you are with at the moment. So if I'm stepping out and I'm looking good and you're stepping to me and you're looking like a 5 and I'm looking like an 8,
I
I'm sorry. I don't know what to do for you because like so you have to think about presentation as well. Like us women, especially bigger women, we have to put more effort into our looks because society already thinks poorly of us. So we have to put more effort into our skin, into our makeup, into our clothes, into everything.
Everything.
And then you're gonna come to me and you've thrown on a Walmart shirt and you can't even bother by cologne. Let's not be bothered by cologne at all. Excuse me, I want to smell you from 5 feet away. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to smell you coming.
I agree
And
with that
because you're gonna smell me
100%.
coming.
Andrea, I think that is a really great point that you brought up. I mean, women really do go out of their way before parties and bashes with the waxing, the hair, the makeup, the cute outfits, the nice smelling perfume, the nails, the pedicure. And I mean, that's one thing I will say I love about Mr. Curvy Ventures, my man. You know, his nails are always clean, his toes are always looking nice, he's not looking raunchy, he always smells good, he dresses nice, his hair is always, you know, cut, he's always got his nice shape up. And there's some fellas that really just don't put as much effort into themselves. And us ladies really do go all the way. I mean, if guys, if you didn't know how much money we spend before a bash, I mean, she wasn't lying. There's a couple $100 that go into preparing for a weekend at a bash.
And you're not even talking about wardrobe here. You're talking about just general appearance.
Yeah.
But then the other thing is that when there are themes that go on, it's mostly the women that get involved in the themes. You rarely see the guys jump in and get into the themes of the parties that you're attending. If it's a masquerade party and we're all in black, and then you have some people, you know, some of the guys, I would say, you know, walking around in their tennis shoes and, you know, jeans and a white tee, and it doesn't meet the, you know, theme of the party. So I feel like if they felt like want to be here as much as we want to be here, show us that you want to be here, because that's the appearance, is that you just threw on something to come through to see what you, if you could hit a lick, basically.
And I think, again, when I saw the YouTube, when I was looking at it and taking all the notes from the guys, because I do listen to men talk, because it's important to me to know how you feel and how I can be better. And one of the things that one of the panelists had in both of the groups, in Kirby and another group, I think one of Ray, it was Ray, I want to say, and I you know, I love everybody, but Ray's comment was that some of the groups focus on women only. And my comment was, okay, but men have to learn how to get men together. And I see Kirby and Juan does that a lot. He tried to get the format ready for men. Men, we don't know what you all think. So you have to create a daily format or forum where the guys in the group can always zoom in on you all so you can help build them. And so many men are wall watchers and they don't know how to come out. But if the more involved they are, the more they have a platform to come out. And I see it's increasing more and more. But when you're talking about 4,000 people in the group, you kind of need about a good, you know, 100, 200 people on a post to kind of say, okay, let's uplift you here. Because some of our people have, like you said, Maria, they have self-esteem issues as well, insecurities, but we can't help you with that. You have to build your platform to see, okay, Jacques is dressing this way. Rodney is dressing this way. Derek, oh my God, I want to wear the piece of suit that they had on. So, but with that platform, if it exists, they can kind of build in some, like we do. Some women can like, oh, we'll never wear that thong. But I've learned being with curvy girls at my age, I'm wearing my thong everywhere.
Well, and there's a saying that says,
it builds. So men have to have a platform that builds too. Rodney, I see them muscles over there. So you need to tell another guy, I can do this too. So it's like, it's a format that needs to be, and it has to increase over time.
Well, there's a saying that steel sharpens steel, and And with women, it tends to be a little bit more competition. With men, they tend to go, "Oh, dude, those shoes are hot. You know, I like those shoes." Sometimes women are like, "Look at her shoes." Ugh. You know, so that mentality of steel sharpens steel has to be formulated in order for everybody to grow together. And I think a man will take pride in himself or not take pride in himself, like iPad said.
Yeah,
That's
just sorry.
Bianca.
She said, "Are you coming to hit a lick? Because we can spot you." Now some women don't
From the
spot.
door.
It's the effort. If you're coming at me and you don't put forth the effort, I come at you. If your energy is off and it's not meeting my level, we're cool. I'll keep it pushing.
All right, next question, ladies. So let's talk about girl code. There was a lot of guy code spoken about on the male panel. So let's talk about some girl code. Let's start with Megan. What does girl code mean to you?
I mentioned earlier, I said that like if one of my friends is dating a guy or has a crush on the guy for a long time, whatever, like that guy is off limits. I will, if I see one of my girls I know has been dating some guy and I see that that guy is, and they're exclusive. I'm not saying that they're not exclusive. Like if they're not exclusive, they can do whatever they want, whatever it is, what it is. But if they're coming at them and they want to be exclusive and you see them stepping out or doing some inappropriate behavior, or even if you come across a guy that's like in the community and they're just coming at you incorrect and you see one of your friends going after this guy and they're just incorrect, like you will give them a heads up. It's not that you're trying to be like cockblock. You can do whatever you want, but they should know that if you're trying to be exclusive and they're telling them that they want to be exclusive, but he's coming after me, that's not cool.
Okay.
I actually just went through this with Gabby. There was a guy that was coming after her, and we were all friends from a group, and he was coming after her, and which is fine. And he was like, "Can I ask you questions about her?" I was like, "Sure." And all the questions that he was asking me were my sexual preferences. He wanted to know if I wanted to see his dick. He wanted to know. I'm like, no, this is wrong. This is not good. This is what you need to be telling her. Like, why are you coming at me like this? And of course, I told her that's girl code. I'm going to tell her. I'm not going to let like some guy make a fool of her.
Right. Okay.
That's girl code to me.
Amanda, what is girl code in your words?
Kind of the same thing, pretty much. I don't want. I kind of look out for the girls before I look out for the guys, because I feel like I don't ever want to make somebody feel bad. I wouldn't ever want to make somebody feel how I wouldn't want to feel. So when it comes to men and stuff, if men are being inappropriate, I if it's a friend of mine and it a guy they're seeing or whatnot and they're being inappropriate, I usually kind of warn my friend a little bit.
Okay. Bianca, what is girl code in your words?
I'm just a protector by nature. My family, my friends, anybody close to me, anybody that I love and care about, I'm always going to check you when you need to be checked. I'm always going to tell you the things that you don't want to hear, or, the thing that everybody is saying, but, they don't want to say. So I think that's girl code. That's true girl code to me. Come to me and tell me instead of having conversations behind my back. So, I'm the realest chick you ever want to know in your lifetime. If you come to me and you ask me something, I'm gonna give it to you straight raw. And so I think that's probably girl code to me. And just being loyal. My L word in relationships, any of them, family, male, men that I date, my L word isn't love, it's loyalty. I think loyalty goes a long way. So,
Okay. Do any of my ladies have anything to add to girl code besides what has already been said?
I also feel that the girl code is also about respecting one another. I have the privilege of people sometimes because of my circle of people in the different groups I have. When something goes a certain way, I have women who may inbox me. Do you know this person? Can you vouch for their character because they're on your friends list? I'm one of the people I would not tell a lie. And girl code is also protecting, like Bianca said, it's a protection too. Because if someone truly wants to date someone, even within the group, sometimes we just have to back off because feelings are real. Developing relationships are real. And it's how we conduct ourselves. Are we want to be graceful? Are we want to be trifling? You know, it's about how do you hold yourself up to what degree it is to make yourself exist in this world. And I think for some of us, you know, backing off a situation, following through, having someone that can be reliable helps a lot of us in our girl code. And jealousies, keep that under wrap because jealousies are the worst thing because it makes you misunderstand things, misjudge people, and it does a whole lot of stuff. And jealousies do not make you think clearly.
So
and as a girl code, I think we should be able to taper some of that and also go on your impressions. Don't go on the impressions of others as a first start.
I think the guys on their panel, they had said girl code kind of goes out the window because girls are always in competition with each other.
Yep.
Yes.
I agree 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I agree with Bianca. To me, loyalty supersedes everything. So if you are my true friend, if you're my true family, if you are loyal to me, then having a guy code or girl code shouldn't even exist. If you are not fucking around, excuse my language, if you are not trying to do me over, okay, if you're not trying to fuck me over, then we're good. I mean that to me is like it makes no sense to me, some of the things that women do to each other. And I have yeah, and I have good guy friends and I have good female friends, and I can tell you that the guy friends that I've had over the years are a little bit more not in competition. And again, it goes back to steel sharpens steel. So if you don't have an issue, you don't have an issue.
And Maria, I do see that often. I see that at some of the group. I see it at the bashes. I see it in real life. I have plenty of people who lay on my couch saying, "Oh, I have this problem." And in competition, I don't live with the competition because of me and my lifestyle. So I'm not worried about a competition thing, but that is true what you said. When the men said that, it's a lot about competition and why. I mean, when you feel beautiful, ain't nothing about competing with anybody because you're going to be who you are. You're going to be lovely, sexy. You're going to be smelling. And I feel that when I come to a bash, don't nobody smell as good as me. So I'm not coming there to compete.
I'll come to your room.
I'm coming there to like, woo, you know. But I'm also going to tell every woman in my sight, you are beautiful. I like that what you got on. I'm doing it because it's about us edifying each other. Because even sometimes with me, and I'm glad the guy said that they love cellulite and they little beauty. And I'm like, so will show you my cellulite.
And Bianca
really knows that sometimes we're nervous about that. But when I saw the guy say that they like cellulite, I said, I can't wait to come to the next pool party and show all my cellulite. So my thing is, you never know how nervous we be. So embracing each other and complimenting each other, even if we don't feel like it, smile at another female, even when you don't feel like it, because you never know what anybody going through. So to uplift is like the most powerful thing that we share with one another. We don't have to live with one another, but you know, Kimberly, oh my God, I like that shirt you got on. It's kind of sexy. You know, it's just things that we do. Bianca, girl, I like how that shoulder's showing. It's anything that's gonna make us feel a certain
way. Y'all ain't see my shirt. Can't stop, won't stop.
Well, like Bianca's from New York, and my best friend is from New York, and there's a certain liberation when you don't give a fuck. I am not in competition with you. I'm in competition with me. And for those people who, some of you have known me, like Maria has known me a long time, I've lost 150 pounds in 2 years. I'm in no competition. And I went to Atlanta Bash last year in 2019. But I'm in no competition with anybody else but me. I want to be the best I want to be. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. I don't. I'm too busy trying to pluck my eyebrows, do my hair, brush my teeth, pay my bills. Go on with your bad self. And I'm coming to your room and getting your perfume too because I want to smell you.
Awesome. All right, we have a couple more questions. I want to wrap this up hopefully in the next 10 minutes. So really quickly, if you come across a man that is in a better place than you financially, educationally, and mentally, how do you determine what you can bring to the table other than sex and company? Bianca.
You saw the face I made.
I did, I saw.
So I guess that would be hard for me to answer. You know, I'm financially stable. I take care of myself, and you know, if he is balling and out of control and I'm, you know, not in that league, I could learn a couple of things. You know what I'm saying? What I can bring to the table is my drive to learn. Like I want to know how you got to be this six-figure dude that you are, and find out if I could be in that picture with you, and how I could fit into that, how I can help you help me, so to speak. Okay. So, you know, I mean, yeah, I'm going to bring whatever I can to the table.
Okay. Kat, what about you? If you come across a man who's better than you financially, educationally, and mentally, how do you determine what you can bring to the table other than sex and company?
So I would say, like, I've been in that type of situation before. The person was older than me. You know, I think I'm the youngest on the panel. So I pretty much just wanted to, like the lady before me said, learn where they're at, because there's so many things I can learn from everybody on this panel, which comes from experience. So I would bring to the table, you know, I work. I may not be as financially stable as you or whatnot, but I'm still working on bettering myself. And, you know, I'm going to support him in whatever he has going on as well.
Okay. Andrea, what are 3 things that a man must have for you to consider having a relationship with him?
Man, that's an interesting. I mean, I ask that people have the same thing I have. So meet me. I have a vehicle. I have a place to live. I have a job that provides and pays my bills and has insurance. Like, I don't really require a lot monetarily, but like when it comes to 3 things that they would need maybe as a person, I need somebody that's funny and spontaneous. I need somebody that knows how to make me feel like I'm not the man in the relationship, because I tend to have a strong, if you can't tell, I have a strong personality. So to me, I would like somebody that can make me feel like, you know, let me ask her on a date. So mine's not really monetary. It's more of how they treat me. So I want somebody that's going to ask me on a date, that's going to be spontaneous, that's funny, that's intelligent.
Okay.
I really can't narrow it down to 3 because that's hard.
Okay, Kimberly, what are 3 things that a man must have for you to consider having a relationship with him?
They have to be understanding. I'm not saying that they have to be a pushover, but there's a certain level of tolerance with dating me because I'm not, you know, completely available. You know, so understanding has to be one of them. I don't know. That's really the only thing that I'm looking for, is somebody who could be understanding of who I am.
Okay, so you just want understanding.
What's that?
You're just looking for someone who's understanding.
I need someone to realize that I am a very complex person. There's a whole lot going on in my life, and they just have to be open-minded. You know, I mean, I'm not going to be their only woman, and just they have to get that.
Okay. Amanda, what are 3 things that are a must-have for you in a relationship?
Number one thing is a really good sense of humor, because I like to laugh. Number 2 thing, they got to kind of, where I live, you have to have a car. It rains a lot, you have to have a car. So that's just an absolute must. We're not going to be able to see each other if you don't have a car. So that's a given. And then they just have to pretty much kind of have their life somewhat in order. You know, I have my life really well together, and I expect them to be, I mean, we don't have to be exactly the same, but, you know, because I like the bad boys, but they have to have their life mostly together.
Okay. What is a woman's ideal first date? Megan.
To me, I've gone on first dates that are just going to Starbucks, and it's anywhere pretty much that you can have a conversation. It doesn't have to be to an expensive fancy dinner, although that's nice, but it doesn't have to be there. Like I said, I've gone to Starbucks, we've gotten drinks, and just sit there and have conversations, so you can get to feel the person. You can see their reaction, you can see how you two vibe together and all that stuff. That's the ideal first date for me. Pretty much anywhere where you can really talk.
Okay. Wanaki, what about your ideal first date?
Hey, let's go fishing. But I'm an outdoors person, so anything outdoors, sitting on the boardwalk, walking barefoot at the beach. Everybody knows I'm at the beach at least 80% of the time during the warm months. Let's go swimming. Anything that's really simple. I mean, no matter where you at, the simplicities of life are the most important, because you have to learn how to love the small things before you get the bigger things. And so that's kind of where I'm at. So anything that has to do with, okay, hey, guy, I don't know if y'all do this old school stuff, but at my age, I'll go and sit in the parking lot in Jules, and we sitting on the hood of each other's car and we talking. That is like perfect for me, you know, and it's just so down to earth. You can sit there for hours, and then I've had people that join our conversation, and we was like, all of a sudden we got like 9 people around us about a year or 2 ago. So it worked out good, because we set this whole pattern, like people like, well, if they talking, they came up and say, how y'all doing? What y'all do? And just had this thing, and it was really cool.
Okay. Kat, what about you? What's your ideal first date?
The ideal first date is walking on the beach, because it's so calm. Like at night, if you go out there at night, it's so calm, and you get to talk, you get to just enjoy the person and try to get to know them.
Okay. Kimberly, what about you?
So I'm a very simple person. I'm very easy to impress when it comes to stuff like that. I don't need the fancy schmancy, you know, steak and lobster. I don't like lobster anyway, but I don't need to have that fancy schmancy dinner. You know, I mean, let's go grab some Five Guys and sit by the water and talk. I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? You know, a little bit of TGI Fridays and some good conversation, and I'm happy.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go with this question here. How would you feel if a man used a coupon on a first date?
I don't care.
That's my friend.
Yep.
That's my friend right there.
That's my friend.
That's my friend.
As long as
I don't
you
care
tip on the
either.
Okay,
price
wait. We
before
can't
the
hear anything. We can't
coupon.
hear everyone. Andrea, what's your thought?
As long as you tip on the price before the coupon, I'm cool with it.
Okay,
Thank you.
Megan,
I'm
what
all about saving money
No.
because I'm trying to travel the world with somebody that I like to have sex with. So
okay.
Exactly. Be frugal with your money. There's nothing wrong with using a coupon. Hell, I use coupons all the time. But definitely, like Andrea said, tip for the service, not like after the coupon, tip what they should be tipped.
please.
But there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with using a coupon and looking out for your finances and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Maria, what do you think about that?
Oh, I don't care. Like Megan just said, and Andrea just said, it just shows frugality. And if you're wise with your money, then our future is going to be, if we have a future, And it's gonna be perfect. I want him to take care of his business. It's okay. I would use a coupon. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I don't care.
It's uncensored. You can say fuck. Okay.
You might be able to double coupon.
All right. This is the final question, and I would like each lady to answer this as fast as you can. Okay. What are your thoughts on first date sex? Kimberly, go.
Yes.
You're all about it. Okay. Wanaki.
No,
Not for no first date sex for you. Bianca.
never.
It depends. It depends on how well the date went. We're both grown. If it happens, it happens. If he thinks badly of me, then he wasn't the dude for me anyway.
Andrea.
I mean, it's a situational thing for me, because some of the best sex I've had has been first date sex, and I've had it for years. And then some of the worst sex I've had has been let's wait, hold on, and let's wait 30 days. Fuck that 30 days shit. No, get this coochie. Come on.
I just realized my answer was probably very straightforward. I don't mean that I always have sex on the first date. That's not why my answer was. I'm just saying, yeah, it is an option if the situation arises.
Okay, Amanda.
Hell yes, if I like them. It's like a job interview.
Okay, Maria.
On the job training.
Is there going to be payment left on the dresser as he goes? No. I think it's kind of situational too, but I have opted in the past couple years not to do it because it's just not paid off for me. Like they get the coochie and then, they take things for granted. But anyway,
sometimes we just want to fuck.
But listen, I got options. I don't need to have a date to get fucked.
Right.
Oh, naturally.
Megan?
Yeah.
Exactly.
For me, it's definitely situational. Like if you guys are feeling each other, whatever, and you, as it was said, Bianca said, we're all adults. We can do what we want to do. If that's what we want to do at that time, that's what we want to do.
Okay.
Andrea said sometimes you just want to fuck, but if it's situational.
Okay, and Kat.
Situational. It's happened both for me, so I don't put a time on sex. Like it is what it is. Like if I like you and it happens, I just rather just go with the flow. I'm not gonna put a time stamp on it. Like I'm not gonna say 30 days. I'm not gonna say first day. It all depends really on the vibes. But I will say that my longest relationship was with somebody that we didn't have sex for like 90 days. But of course we didn't live near each other. So.
Okay, well, ladies, I want to thank you all so much for volunteering to be on this panel tonight. We have the Clapback series in 2 weeks where we're going to take 4 women from this panel. We're going to take 4 men from the men's panel. We're going to bring you guys on together, and we're going to have the Clapback series, which is going to, I think, get really heated, really juicy. It's going to be good, fun, and we hope everybody will join us on January 17th for that. We're looking forward to it.
Right here.
I know we have some men on right now that were on the men's panel, and without saying too much right now, fellas, what do you think about tonight's ladies panel answers? Just a couple of words, because we're gonna have.
Let me just say, I appreciate the ladies who were honest. I appreciate that shit. I appreciate the open transparency. Some of y'all was on some fuck shit, and we talked about some of y'all was on some fuck shit, and we talked about y'all in our group chat. Just like, you know.
Ray, I had so much high hope for you.
I just want to say that I appreciate the answers. I love the answers, and I appreciate the honesty. But as Ray said, some of y'all were fraudulent.
Well, I will say this. If everybody can go back on mute because there's a lot of background noise. I will say that the women think that some of you guys were on some fuck shit too with your answers 2 weeks ago. So the Clapback series is going to be fun, and we're looking forward to it. Just wanted to remind everybody, we have Curvy Ventures Summer Bash tickets on sale. We only have a few rooms left at the host hotel. We have huge announcements coming up the weekend of January 15th for Curvy Ventures. So look out for some announcements about that. And again, the clapback will be on January 17th. So thank you everyone for joining Curvy Tea Uncensored.